Virgo, welcome to your 2025 yearly forecast reading. This is your girl, Mermaid Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Virgo. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. Only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone who really needs to hear this message. So as the title would indicate, I am going to ask Spirit about a little forecast for your year ahead in 2025. What could you expect? What do you need to be aware of? What do you need to prepare for as 2025 continues on? As we already got a start to it, I hope it's been a positive start for most of you, and I hope that with this information, with whatever happens in 2025, I can help make it the best year you have had yet. So with that being said, I'm really excited to do this reading. I hope you are too. Let's go ahead and get this started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl here to clear set the energy and do a mini meditation with you guys, but if you just want to jump right on into the card pull to see what the cards have to say, check out the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you here with me now, thank you so much for joining me. It really does help me connect to your energy by doing this. So I'm going to ask everyone to take a deep breath in. I'm going to ring the sound bowl 3 times, and during that time, I just want you to open up your energy to ask the questions you may have in regards to 2025, what's to come, and if you are manifesting anything, start thinking about it, and we'll see if Spirit answers any questions that you have in regards to what you want to experience this year. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Virgo. All right, Virgo, let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say for you guys for the year of 2025. What's to come? What can you expect? What can you prepare for? Be aware of. Let's first check out a general theme for my Virgos. So, Spirit, tell me about a general theme that will give Virgo a good idea about what's going to happen in 2025. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising Venus. Interesting. So we have the snake. And what's interesting about this is because we are entering the year of the snake in Chinese astrology and Chinese horoscope. So you could be born near the snake. The year of the snake is going to be very prominent for you. I definitely feel that here. But what it says is your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path, but be careful. Okay. So with snake energy, we always hear that's about transformation and shedding of the skin to become anew. So what's really ringing to me so far is your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path. So I wonder if some of you guys, I wonder if this is going to be what you're currently going through right now or something that you'll come across as 2025 unfolds, but some sort of a crossroads. I definitely feel like you guys are going to have a choice to make, and there's one that your heart, your healing, your healed self and your intuition is going to guide you to do, but it may be very hard to make that choice. So whether there's something, on the other side that would mean you'd have to close out something, that something would have to become to an end, something that you may have to kind of leave behind in order to pursue this path. But I definitely feel even if it's hard to do it, it will be something that will pay off in the long run. I mean, with the snake, there's a lot of correlations with snake. And yeah, there could be bad ones from, biblical references and stuff. I really enjoy the snake energy. I mean, even if some people view it as bad, if you even look at the Caduceus, where it's 2 snakes kind of wrapping around, I forget if it's like a torch or something. Let me know in the comments, but pregnancy brain here, 1 second. But it is a sign of healing, and it's on the signs of hospitals. So again, I think even if this is a decision or a transformation that you may find yourself to be really stuck in and not sure what to do, I think if you kind of tune into your intuition, your wisdom, go in hermit mode, as Virgos do so beautifully, to kind of get that deeper insight, I think you're about to uncover the truth that I think something has always been kind of calling you towards, something that you know you should be doing, or that you've always wanted to do, or that, like, again, it feels more so like a little bit of a thought behind the head, but now it's coming more so forward in 2025. Anyway, let's get some more cards to dive deeper into this and see if there's more on that message here. You guys may be seeing a lot more snakes in 2025. Just as confirmations about this reading. Okay, new beginnings. So Taurus had this card. So if you have strong Taurus in your chart, or this situation could involve a Taurus in any way, I suggest checking out the Taurus reading to see if there's any messages for you there. But again, yeah, it does feel like Spirit and your own higher self is calling you to a new beginning. And again, I feel different than Taurus's reading. This is a lot harder to start, or something is a lot harder to leave behind, or it may, you know, whether you have emotional attachments to it, or it's kind of like a brand new horizon that you've never come across before, that you never set out on. So it's kind of scary to leave something you know behind to pursue something different. But I gotta say, like, if you need to pause it, go right ahead, but this angel's looking towards the light. And so I do feel like this is something that Spirit is prompting you to do, calling you to do, Virgo. And maybe this new beginning kind of happens unexpectedly, but it's definitely a part of your path. So Spirit doesn't want you to be afraid of it. Spirit doesn't want you to think you're unprepared for it, because it's not the case. This is meant for you. It's a part of what you're meant to go through in 2025, and it may have significant impact after 2025. So let's go ahead and get into the tarot and dive deeper into this. Tell me more about this energy for Virgo. 3 specific events, energies that Virgo needs to be aware of for 2025. You know, I'm seeing a daffodil. I wonder if that means anything to anyone personally. I know daffodils are kind of about new beginnings. Tell me more about this energy for Virgo. 3 things that will be happening for Virgo in 2025. Oh goodness, okay. So the first card we have is the 5 of Wands, and it says obstacles and challenges. And you know what's really interesting about that is, if you need to pause it, but this person's going down a path that has been like destroyed or broken, or they can no longer proceed in that path. But all these fireflies are around this person's energy to guide them maybe somewhere different. So I wonder if, whether you kind of see that there's a path already in the beginning of the year that you already have a feeling could be a bit of a rough start, or to be a bit of a rough path for you. There's something that's probably calling. You have very strong intuition. I feel it very clearly here. So I wonder if there's something that's already kind of telling you from a gut feeling, don't go down this path. Or if there's something that Spirit is kind of doing to cause blockages to get you to realize that maybe this isn't the path for you. Now, with 5 of Wands, it could always be about competition. It could always be about fighting. It could always be about conflict, definitely. So I wonder if some of you guys, certain people, are already making something apparent about not going down a specific way. I don't know. I feel pressure for some of you. And maybe that pressure that some others are trying to put onto you to stay in a specific job, to stay in a specific lifestyle, or whatever this is causing some sort of resistance to going down the path you want to because of that. But then we have the 6 of Cups, which is Scorpio energy. So, okay, I wonder with the snake, with the healing powers and intuition, there's something that some of you may be realizing through the obstacles and challenges. There's a wound here that has still been unhealed, something from the past, something from childhood, something that you know, you've carried with you for a long, long time. And I think for a while it was easy to kind of put it back on, again, the back of your mind and not really think about it. But for some reason in the middle of the year, it's going to be a lot stronger to want to heal it, to want to face it, to want to, I don't know, just kind of let it go in a way where you are at peace instead of letting it haunt you. A memory, an experience, a hard situation. It could be, you know, from the last year, the last few years that this happened. But Spirit is kind of saying that through your own healing powers, you're going to heal this wound and be able to come to terms with the past situation, probably to help you move forward to this new beginning. But let's get one more card. Tell me more about this energy for Virgo. Tell me more. What's another situation Virgo is going to experience? Beautiful. The Magician at the end of the year with awareness. Virgo energy, Gemini energy, Mercurial energy. So, wow, this healing is activating something here. This is a number one, right? So I definitely feel like with whatever you are kind of going through with the obstacles and challenges in the beginning of the year, deciding to heal in the middle of the year, it is activating something powerful in you that has been wanting to let out. I wonder if this is kind of like a entrepreneurial type of energy. I wonder if this is a go-getter energy. I'm, you know, a leader energy, something that I feel you guys are placing your own want, need, to have a new beginning, to have a new direction to go down in your own hands. Bottom of the deck, we have Judgment with Truth. Yeah, see, I was kind of picking up on that, right? Where something's going to be revealed to you, or something you reveal through your own work, through your own introspection, through your own journey of healing, that is bringing about a new life almost. Like, and it doesn't have to be like your life is going to be so different, but I think it's just the way you see things now moving forward, without that hurt, without that pain, without certain blocks or obstacles that try to steer you away from what you truly know deep, deep down. And I think this truth has been lingering within you for some time, but now it's ready to show itself. Now it's ready to appear. This could be like questions on life purpose. This could be questions about, what am I supposed to, you know, still accomplish this lifetime? I think that is really what's hitting strongly here for 2025, because I still feel you could have accomplished a lot. I don't, you know, this has nothing to do with age as far as like how long you've been on this world for and how much you've already done, but there's something still that I feel through your healing intuition you're meant to pursue. Now let's go ahead and clarify these cards. And I think through whatever you go through this year, it's going to make itself very apparent to you to what that is, especially at the end of the year for you guys. Tell me about this Five of Wands, first off, with this energy here. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I wonder if some of you guys have had some foot issues, foot cramps, sprained ankles. I don't know, something with like the arch of your foot that's been very sore. That could be something someone's experiencing. I know that's very specific. Obviously not for everyone, but tell me more about this Five of Wands here for Virgo. Okay. The Two of Wands. Ooh, interesting. Aries energy. So why I feel this is so interesting is because, again, like Spirit is really through, like, okay, what's a good example? So let's just say you really want a job, right? You feel like this is your job, or you think, let's just say this is your right job. It looks good on paper. But there's like, you know, as you apply, there's, you know, instance where the email never went through, where there's a lot of, you know, procrastinations from the side that is you're trying to get an interview with, like, oh, something came up, we can reschedule. And there just keeps on being something that is like, you know, not moving this process along. And I feel that Spirit's way of doing that is trying to show you ahead of time, Virgo, that specific path, although you think it is something you want, it's not meant to work out. And we're trying to send these obstacles your way to let you know this is not meant for you. Or let's just say a romantic person, right? Who you felt was like you had a good start, but then, you know, certain red flags come up and then they make it a little bit more difficult for you guys to hang out, and they ignore you, they stop responding, and then all of a sudden they respond. But, you know, a lot of mixed messages like that, blockages like that, I really do feel a lot of you are facing that right now, whether it is in your career, a relationship, or a lifestyle you've been wanting to do. And that is Spirit's way of telling you one path is the wrong path, and that's why there's a wand behind him, right? There's something better that you will have it all with. And so I would let something that isn't working, let the process alone. Don't try to force anything, because I think that really is Spirit's way of guiding you to something better. So let's go through with the Six of Cups here. Maybe it's about moving too. That Spirit's making it difficult. I don't know. I feel that for some of you. Again, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Tell me about the Six of Cups. The Eight of Cups. Ooh, a spiritual journey in the middle of the year. So I feel like a lot of you guys, I wonder if you've been curious about signing up for like a spiritual retreat, for, you know, a spiritual quest that you've been wanting to kind of do for yourself, whether that's like to go to a specific retreat, whether that is to like, you know, I've heard my friends like rent out an Airbnb for the weekend somewhere like outside of the town you live in to just kind of get cards, get crystals, and spend time to yourself with reflecting. Pisces energy, by the way. But a lot of you, yeah, I think in the middle of the year, there's something that's going to want to spark your spiritual journey to healing. And I wonder if some of you will start to kind of wonder how you can do that for yourself, explore new ideas of how to do that. But it definitely stems from something from the past. There's not a doubt about that. So, or a doubt about that, excuse me. So again, it could be a childhood wound. It could be a rejection wound, a heartbreak. But you're ready to face this now. You're ready to move forward with it. And you know, a lot of people in the Rider-Waite-Smith, it doesn't show it, but it kind of shows it here. You notice how this dude, sorry about the glare, I hope it's not too bad. The dude in the Eight of Wands is carrying a wand as like a walking stick, right? Just as the guy in the Two of Wands is selecting a wand to move forward with. So I feel like there's something inspiring you to do this healing, whether you hear someone's story, or I think some of you may come to the conclusion like, yeah, I just don't want to carry this with me anymore. I'm ready to pursue this healing. I'm ready to take these steps. My heart's all in it. And I think some of you guys, as you practice and as you meditate and as you do your own healing techniques in whatever way you decide, you kind of see how gifted you are spiritually. Maybe some of you are opening up your gifts of clairvoyance, clairaudience, divination, energy healing. And I think that that's part of a purpose here for a lot of you guys. And some of you may kind of, I do feel with the Eight of Cups, excuse me, the hardest thing about it, a lot of you will do this alone. And I think it is important for that. So there is no influence around, I don't know, maybe you guys have some doubting, suspicious people around you about the spiritual world, the spiritual practices. So maybe Spirit kind of wants you to do this alone so you can have a clear conduit of realizing certain things that you could reflect on your own versus with someone else. There is someone that loves to wear animal print. I don't know if this is you, or maybe someone that is inspiring you to go on your healing journey. I don't know why I saw that, but it's a message for someone. Tell me about the Magician at the end of the year for Virgo. The Four of Wands. Look at that. Aries energy again. Bottom of the deck, the Chariot. Beautiful. Cancer energy, Sagittarius energy for me as a reader. Moving things forward. Going down a specific path with passion, with determination, with hope. Ready for the challenges ahead if need be, but fully prepared and fully protected by Spirit. Look at that armor. Look at the, you know, banner of the stars over this person's head. Like, you know, this is your divine destiny, and you know that you will use You'll come into experiences that are going to be great and some that are more challenging. But you know, by the end of the year, and as you kind of do this healing, and as you become curious, and as you become more self-reflecting, that this is what you were meant to do. So with the Magician and the Four of Wands, I gotta say, your home life is improving beautifully. I don't know if you have roommates, I don't know if you have a family, but maybe through the healing you're doing, it's making it a lot more safe for you to be there, a lot more open to the relationships that you do feel close to. I wonder for some of you, again, with the Four of Wands, there's something to celebrate, and maybe some of you decide to start your own business, or to, you know, what didn't work out with moving in the beginning of the year, you actually find such a better place for yourself at the end of the year. You know, I'm feeling work from home vibes, and I wonder if some of you guys are going to be able to work from home fully by the end of the year. But this is like, you also want to manifest, and you also want to just put all your energy into creating a home that you feel comfortable in, that you feel like safe in, that you have the right people around you, the right romance, the right friends, the right community. And maybe even for some of you, that may be starting your own spiritual business, you know, clients that are like completely like ready to be involved in your classes or in your content or in your services that you provide that are going to stay long term. But you are creating structure in your life through what you love to do with the Four of Wands. And you're going to be really gung-ho. You're going to be really persistent in making this happen with the Chariot and the Magician. I mean, that combination is, if there's a will, there's a way. And I think you're finding that will, and you will find that way. Definitely in the last few months of the year, October to December. So let's go ahead and pull some more cards. Tell me more about this energy for Virgo. What else does Virgo need to know? Okay, you got two cards here. So the first one is leadership. Yeah, and maybe even some of you guys, again, leading your own business, leading your own household, leading your own lifestyle, like setting off and almost being like a trailblazer in that sense for yourself, maybe how others will see you in that, and really showing what you have, impressing a lot of people. And even if you don't do your own business or you don't start a spiritual business, if you're in a corporate world, like, you are going to rise to the occasion and do a damn good job at showing your talents and your skills. And I think a lot of that came through the healing you decided to do in the middle of the year specifically. But it says, step into your leadership, share your message, inspire and empower others. So even some of you, if it's like a spiritual job, let's just say, I feel that part of it will be like inspiring others to share, you know, your gifts, to share your messages, to share that journey that you've been on, that other people are going to say, wow, like, I want to know Virgo's secret, because it seems that Virgo cracked the code here, right? But then we have past lives now. Okay, so what I was emphasizing about the past, if really some of this, I mean, I'd be surprised, but if this really doesn't have to do with anything you experienced in the past, you guys could do past life regressions and pick up on certain things that maybe started from a past life that carried on into this lifetime. So for example, I have spiritual friends, obviously, and someone is very good at past life regression. And they told me that in many lives, especially in a very powerful one, I was a doctor. And I was like, huh, that's kind of interesting. But I'm really afraid of blood. Like, I cannot look, like, it makes me sick. And they're like, because you just saw so much of it. You saw so much pain. You saw so much hurt. You saw so much death. That is kind of what triggers you in this lifetime. So, you know, certain things like that, whether it's so specific, like something as seeing blood, or, you know, something more intense about, you know, afraid of fires or afraid of heights or afraid of, I don't know, some sort of like phobias that maybe some of you are kind of realizing could come from a past life. So, but anyway, it says, release your past life karma. You are an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past lives will raise your vibration. So this is telling me you guys have been in this world reincarnating for a very, very long time. And so I think your soul carries a lot of experiences. And maybe that's why some of the old baggage from the past lives are carrying into this lifetime. So again, like I would really highly encourage when you do this healing journey to kind of dive into past life healing and past life regression. I think it will help uncover a lot of maybe what's still within you vibrationally that could provide some sort of blockages, perhaps. Tell me more. And again, it could just be anything from the past that you experienced this lifetime that you're ready to kind of face and heal. Tell me more about 2025 for Virgo. Prudence. Okay, so it says, don't let the balance of your credit cards get too high. Put something aside for a rainy day. Stay within budget and start living within your means. Okay, so again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but some of you guys may have been splurging a little bit in 2024. Maybe some bills have caught up. Maybe some of your credit cards are high. So Spirit is kind of really starting to say, you know, as you go on this spiritual journey, you know, make sure that with whatever you purchase for that, or with whatever you decide to go on a retreat for, that it is within your means. Because I think for a lot of you, so much of this is going to be through your healing process that I'm not going to say like you're not going to make money in 2025, but that may not be like the highest priority as far as what Spirit sees for you in order to do right now in 2025, in order to get to that place where you'll be ready to launch your career. Like again, end of the year, it feels very much so where you could get off on that like business, that opening, getting those clients in. But until then, I would kind of be careful about spending. I'd be careful about scams. I don't know, like anything that like you get a text message that sounds really weird about, you know, USPS or FedEx with your package that can be delivered. Look into all that stuff, okay? I get those texts all the time. Always delete them, always report them. But, you know, be aware of anything like that as well for some of you. But I think too, for some of you guys that may want to one day open up something or save up for a home or save up for a new car, now's the time to be smart with your money and to save up for it until you will be ready to make that purchase. And for some of you, definitely at the end of the year, it could be around that time. All right. Tell me more. For Virgo 2025, Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Tell me what else. Goddess of Justice, beautiful. I believe Aquarius got this card as well, if I'm not mistaken. But maybe the sign Aquarius means something to you on a personal level as well. If so, check out the Aquarius reading to see if there's messages for you there. But it says, what seems an injustice is actually a blessing. So what seems to be an injustice is something in the beginning of the year, right? Why didn't this work out? Why is it against me? Why didn't this happen for me? I promise there's a reason. And, you know, I used previous examples. I could use one from my life where I thought, again, this place I wanted to work for was so great before, you know, I started this type of business. I thought it was meant for me. I thought it was amazing. But then I got rejected. I was crushed. But I heard the gossip around it that there were so many like toxic work culture things going on that, you know, the business wasn't doing as well as it kind of tried itself to be. So again, like once I found out all that information after I was rejected and crushed, I was like, whoa, I mean, maybe it was like Spirit's way of protecting me. That saying that closed doors are protection. It's absolutely the case. I've lived through it so many times. And I think if you guys are currently going through some sort of closed door or some sort of obstacle and you just don't know why, or you feel like you're being punished, no, it's truly protection, Virgo. I can assure you that. And you will be shown a better way. Absolutely. Don't think Spirit will leave you behind. You'll get those gut feelings, you'll get those callings, you'll get those dreams, those messages coming your way to lead you to something better. So don't ignore your intuition. It's going to be extremely powerful this year. So anything else that I can tell Virgo about 2025 to wrap this reading up? All right, so we have little luxuries. And it says generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. Okay, so guys, I mean, with the prudence here, maybe it's kind of like you will be coming into, you know, a boost, a raise, a loan but be careful with it. Don't spend it all at once for some of you. Treat yourself where you can, pay off the bills where you can, but don't go overboard is really what this is kind of telling me, especially if you are looking to save up for something, because it could happen at the end of the year, but it won't happen if you get the little luxuries, if you get the little things that, again, I'm a big shopper, I understand, but like just to fulfill your needs temporarily, it may take away from the long-term reward. So again, I would make healing and understanding, what I still want to accomplish and do as a priority. Pay what you can, but don't go overboard. And I think you guys are going to be set for an amazing new beginning, amazing reflection, revelation about what you're meant to still do, and get a pretty good start at doing it at the end of 2025 in order to start something amazing for 2026. So I can't wait to see it, Virgo. Thank you so, so much for joining me for this reading. I really hope it resonated. I hope it's giving you the clarity, insight, healing, and guidance in regards to 2025 for you guys. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Virgo, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Virgo.